It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and I've got a really interesting beer to show you today because it's a beer that's been brewed with curry. I think this might be the first time I've had a beer with curry in it. Now, previously I've had a lot of chili beers. Chili stouts are very, very nice. I really like them. Yeah, never, I don't think ever a curry beer. So it's 4% ABV. It comes from Hungary, from a company called Monyo Brewing. And this is their curry, apricot and lime goza, 4% ABV. 330 milliliter can, brownish style can there. Without further ado, should we have a look at it, get into it, see what we get? Gose style unfiltered craft beer with curry, apricot and lime. Interesting stuff. So a goza is originally it comes from Germany. It's now brewed all over the world. But it was an original kind of like, it originated in Germany from the Gose River. Now the Gose River was is a naturally high salt level river, naturally. So when they built a brewery there and they used the river water, it was naturally a salty style of beer. And it was that much of a different beer, it was that much of a different style of beer or different tasting beer back then, it become its own style. It become a goza from the River Gose. Salty beer. So small amounts of carbonation rising up the side of the glass. It looks like it's got a lot of apricot in this beer. Big apricot base to this. And I'm wondering if that's going to work with the curry. There's only one way to find out. Let's get the aroma. That is really interesting. The lime's quite big, but the curry is even bigger. You're getting some apricot in there. Oh, it's really strange. There's parts of the aroma which make you want to put your nose in a little bit more and kind of like really get into it. And then there's parts of the aroma that make you want to go, ooh. Like, ooh, what's that? If you were giving this in a blind taste test, I think you'd be like, oh my goodness me, yeah, curry. Anyway, let's get in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Oh. Ooh. First thing you get is the kind of hiss and fizz of the carbonation on the beer, pushing the beer on the inside of the mouth. It's almost like a really thick, medium-bodied apricot juice beer with, yeah, curry. I'm not sure if you can see this going on. Yeah, you can see it going on. They're Celestian Ditton speakers, classic speakers. We got 2 new cats, and the one cat goes up the kitchen door and the other cat likes to climb up. Look at the state of that speaker. The cover's in a mess. The speaker's okay, but the cover's a right mess. Cat's claws, such wonderful things. Oh. Yeah, no. This really doesn't work for me. It's just how thick and medium mouthfeel it is, with then the curry's too overwhelming. It's too much. It's too much of a bold flavour. It's way too much. It's way too curry. Now, don't get me wrong. Tea time, I'm going to have a curry. It's Wednesday today. We always have a curry on a Wednesday. Then I go and play snooker. But I mean, with chicken and rice and all the different sauces going on, yeah, curry's a wonderful thing. It has its place. I totally I totally get Monyo Brewing. I get the fact that they want to innovate. I get the fact that beer seems to make people innovate in wild ways. There's so many different beers out there, and I just think that's because there's so many breweries out there now. There's so many breweries out there in the world that everybody in the brewing industry is trying to do something a little bit different, just to make a noise, just to make a sound, just to kind of do something different from the brewery that's just opened down the road. Or, I mean, I've been to Croatia for argument's sake, and I brewed with a company called Lab Split Craft Brewery. We brewed a engine oil stout, and we brewed that because there were other breweries in Croatia at the time that had already kind of made their mark. They'd already were selling in big volumes, and it was all about us brewing this beer to try and make a difference, to try and shout and say, hey, there's other breweries in Croatia. Since then, many more breweries have opened up, and many more breweries are looking to do things differently and try and be a bit different from the brewery down the road. Honestly, I think if 10 people tried this drink, I think maybe one of them would like it. I think at least 9 people would go. And I'm tolerant. I'm a tolerant beer drinker. I have to be. I have to be open-minded as a beer reviewer. Completely open-minded. But I can't. I just can't get my head around this. Lime's never that much of a great thing in beer anyway. Curry is definitely not a thing to be putting in beer. And the apricot just makes it thick and gloopy and like, oh, and it's like, I don't know what it's supposed to be. I don't know what it's supposed to be. This is undrinkable for me, unfortunately. Comment in the comments box if you're from Monyo, if you're from Hungary, if you've tried these beers, if you like them, perfect. Sadly, it's not for me, but that's just one man's opinion. It's just my opinion. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.